Hey, I'm NichBoy and welcome to Pocket, and this morning saw the end of the E3 press conferences with Nintendo, Square Enix and the PC Game Show closing us out. The last 3 days has been a whirlwind of gaming news, and joining me to distill it all is Bajo.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm really excited.
Isn't it crazy?
It's been a crazy E3. Out of all the E3s I've seen, this one is just so many games.
It's so intense. And let's start with the things that we knew about.
Yeah.
Bethesda opened the show. Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing, isn't it? It's Fallout. That's all I need to know.
And
it's more Fallout.
But it was such a good demonstration as well. Like, they were so confident in what they're presenting, and the fact that they gave that release date and it's coming really soon.
What I'm really excited about more than anything else, besides the fact that it's just more Fallout, which is enough,
Yeah.
is all the house building.
Base building,
That
yeah,
base
it's
building looks really
insane.
fun. You know what I like most about Fallout though?
Yeah.
It's not even the most visually impressive game that was there. It's one of the least visually impressive games,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But that no one cares.
No one cares.
Because it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's because you felt the ambition.
Yeah.
And it felt like, and we haven't even played it, it felt like it's been executed.
Yeah.
It feels like, that you've been working on this for so long. I'm so glad you didn't tell us anything about it. I'm so glad it's been revealed this close. And it's like, and you're gonna play it in a few months. The other big 4 game, of course, that was shown, Uncharted 4. The demo there, the thing I love about Uncharted is how it's always like this slow burn of you're just in a marketplace and everything kind of looks fine.
Pushing through people.
And then you start shooting and you're like, yeah, okay, you shoot it. And then you're on this insane car chase down a mountain, and then you're ending up swinging from a
around
car.
things and punching. My favorite part of that whole trailer was where he just jumped off a roof and punched someone on the way down. It was just like that one step evolved from other action.
It's all the
adventure games
finesse.
we've
Like,
seen.
he punches the guy out, the gun goes up in the air and he
Yeah.
grabs the gun and then keeps running. Like, it feels so polished.
Yeah.
The fact that the demo screwed up at the beginning didn't even matter. It just felt like, this is all live. This is actually happening.
It felt more real. In fact, when that happens, you feel more compassion for them. You know,
Totally.
because it's a lot of pressure for those developers.
Totally.
And these games are so far away from being finished. Even like 2 months before a game is released, they're still like working like crazy on it in most cases.
Exactly,
So these
yeah.
are all very early codes.
Yeah,
really,
so
in that
just give me
respect.
Uncharted. I cannot wait for Uncharted to come out. Dark Souls 3 got like a trailer and some music.
Yeah, not much giving away there.
Not much giving away at all. I mean, I'm not the big Dark Souls guy. You're the Dark Souls guy.
It looks like Dark Souls.
It does.
But you know what's more exciting are those screenshots that leaked.
Yes,
like a
tell
week
me
ago,
why.
because they have just different locations. They've got a bit more idea of the fidelity of the textures on a lot of the different weapons and the characters, and it just looked more like Dark Souls, more like all these different locations. And coming off the back of Bloodborne, which was this it was a great but dark game, very very dark. It's just nice to see all those locations in those screenshots, which aren't official, like they could be made up. But I don't think so. They looked really Dark Souls. And Miyazaki, the series creator, is back on this one.
Yeah,
he
that's
wasn't
important.
on 2. He was just overseeing. So
I'm excited for you. I am really excited about Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
Because I love the Mass Effect games. I like the sort of Western vibe coming from that planet, but flicking through all the planets makes me look like, oh wow, you're going with lots of different designs here, lots of different locations.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the one thing about Mass Effect I've always wanted to do, is have like a selection of planets, and then I just pick where I go and do a mission there. And
Totally.
They've got, little side things here and there, but they don't really have that. It's not an open kind of thing for that game. So maybe that is now. Maybe that is an open game now in that
Exactly,
way.
yeah. And I love the scale of the stories that they always tell. So yeah, I'm excited for
And
that.
that music, just even the music in that trailer,
music's
they're like
amazing.
80s wow.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end.
Yes, it's brilliant. I'm so excited for that. Okay, and there's so many more games that we knew about. I'm just gonna say names of games, and I just want you to say the first thing that comes in your head.
Okay.
Gears 4.
Looks like Gears.
It does. Halo 5 Guardians.
Looks like Halo 5.
It really does, yeah. The Warzone multiplayer looks cool. We'll see. Doom.
Doom, now this is really old school.
Yep.
It looks old school. You're dodging the missiles and stuff.
Yep.
That's really cool. I like the feel of that. It looks dumb fun,
Yeah.
basically.
I don't care about Doom at all, but the map editor looks cool. I think that's really cool. Tomb Raider.
Looks like more Tomb Raider.
Oh, I'm so excited about that though. I just want that game.
Yeah.
Firewatch.
I'm really excited about this because
Yes.
it kind of looks like a Stephen King novel.
Yes.
You're trapped out in the wilderness and you're just doing things like trying to connect power lines. You've got someone on the comms.
I've been watching this game for ages and I'm really psyched about it. I love the storytelling through the walkie-talkie is really cool. I'm psyched for it and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. More Assassin's Creed.
More Assassin's Creed.
Mirror's Edge.
I didn't see much of the Mirror's Edge trailer.
I'm
because
hoping
I
that-
watched it. Oh, good. It's more Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's like the evolved version of Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
There's no guns in this one, so that's good. Get rid of those guns. She still fights people like fisticuffs, but you know.
What I love, the dev said she's like a projectile. She's a bullet.
Yes.
Herself. I like that about her.
Yeah, that's a nice line. Deus Ex.
multiple paths. Give me those paths to complete my objective.
Absolutely, and this one is sort of mixing in some X-Men. It's kind of like they're us versus them situation going on here, so that looks interesting. The new Just Cause 3? Yeah. It's just a giant playground.
Oh, those grappling things together. It's so beautiful. Just Cause is so beautiful. It's so silly. It's just so silly, dumb fun. I love it.
The embraceness of the silliness is fantastic.
And all those explosions you can do. You just walk away from something.
So good. That's the whole thing.
Behind you.
Yeah. And so then Star Fox.
Yes.
Star Fox.
What are you doing?
It looks exactly like the last Star Fox.
What are you doing with Star Fox?
It's like Nintendo's grasp is well within its reach. Like there is no ambition to go beyond what they've already done. That looks really disappointing. And before we move on to the surprise games, Star Wars Battlefront. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. And I don't really like shooters, and I'm kind of just au fait with Star Wars, but those trailers just looked incredible.
They're incredible. Yeah. What I'm excited about with the Star Wars games is now we've seen like a lot more of the weapons.
Yep.
You know, we've seen the design of those.
And the interaction between people like flying around and shooting and
those
like
cockpits.
Yeah, exactly.
They look great.
And it just feels like it feels like actual war. It feels chaotic and that you're a part of it.
It feels Star Wars. You know, when you've got Admiral Akbar there talking about what you have to do.
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Insane.
It's childhood dream kind of stuff.
And that was running on a PS4?
Yeah.
On a PS4.
But the PC version
How good
is
is
like,
that PC version gonna look?
This is what this is going to be. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. I was a little at first, and now that we've seen a tiny bit of the lightsaber stuff, I'm like, okay, I think they might pull it off. That's the only thing you could be worried about is the melee.
Yes.
Because they haven't really done that before in that way.
Yeah. Okay, so surprises at these conferences. Sony opening with Last Guardian. It's about time.
It is.
I'm glad that we can put this running gag to an end.
Yes.
You and I both felt the same way about this. How did we feel about this?
It looks like they showed a level from a Tomb Raider game in 2004. It was the most awful.
It was a
demo.
Terrible demo to open.
Didn't excite me about the game at all. I wanted to be excited about that game. I wanted to be like, oh, finally. But I was like,
it didn't look like it had actually progressed since the last time we saw it. And so I'm going, what was the delay? Like, I just think I'm sure it'll be great, but that was just a bad showing.
I'm not sure it'll be great. The real worry for me is that's the best thing they thought to show. Like, surely they have something else, something better to show off that game than that scene. And that's what they picked. That's got me worried about it.
And I can't believe it's coming out in 2016. I cannot believe that you are delaying this more of going like, it should have just been, don't talk about it until it's out in like a month. It's just, don't give us any reason to be burnt by this again.
I hope to be proven wrong.
Moving on to things that were a surprise and I loved, South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
What a great title.
What a great title. Moving on from fantasy to superheroes.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, it's a genre that we're able to do heaps of stuff with. In the series lore, there's superheroes already that we can connect with and identify with. It's a game by geniuses as well.
Yeah, it's like you said yesterday, it's two geniuses making a game. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Ghost Recon Wildlands.
This was the one that really shook me up.
Yeah.
I'm watching this going, oh yeah, okay. Wow. That open world looks incredible. The vehicles and the way that they're moving around looks amazing, and it just made me sit back and go, I can't believe this is what games are now. Like, it actually knocked me back into the state of thinking about things generally, and wow.
Okay, Horizon Zero Dawn. So this is a new one from Guerrilla Games, the sort of robots, redhead with a bow and arrow. It looks cool.
It does look cool. It looks different, which I like. There was nothing else out there like that. Robot dinosaurs, maybe it's like it's set in the future, but somehow robots have come in and redesigned stuff based on DNA they've found.
Exactly,
you know, that kind of Transformers thing.
And like it looked like sort of mechanics that I love, like the bow and arrow stuff looks really cool. It's a world that looks interesting.
Yeah.
Unraveled.
Oh, cute.
So cute.
Yeah. I just want to grab the screen and like pull at the threads.
Yeah, that looks really fun. I'm really excited about that. I love the charm of that. That game makes me happy. I love games that make me happy.
It looks like toys. I'm going to play with my kids' toys.
Exactly,
I don't have kids.
The Rare Bundle. 30 games?
Yeah.
Like $30? That's cool. I'm excited to buy games that I'll never play.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nice to own things.
Just to have them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just keep them. So the Rare Bundle doesn't include GoldenEye, but you do get Perfect Dark as sort of like a poor man's bonus prize. So that's exciting. Final Fantasy VII Remake. So this is weird to me because it's giving people what they want, but I wonder if people know what they want. Just leave that game alone. Try to make the games that you're currently making really good, as opposed to going back 8 games and trying to like recapture the magic.
What a special game for people, though, you know, and for new people who maybe didn't play it back then. Maybe it's a chance for them to experience that special.
I guess. I wonder how much they're going to change when it's coming out. There's a lot of questions about that, but who knows? It may never even happen. Sea of Thieves. It's a boat game.
Boats
from Rare
and pirates and
not enough boat games, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Dishonored 2.
I'm excited about that because I loved a lot of what 1 did.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't perfect, had a few things that I felt unbalanced a little and made it kind of a bit easy.
Yep.
But it was a cool idea.
It's a very cool idea.
Yeah.
And
like
really interesting world.
Yeah.
And you could play as either Corvo or Emily, so that's nice. For Honor.
I'm excited about anything that lets me dress up in armor with a sword and like bash my friends with it.
Yep.
Ubisoft Montreal are making it. I'm a little bit worried about that because the swordplay in all the Assassins game isn't great.
Really poor.
So I don't know. It was an interesting trailer. I think it's one of those games you actually need to play to get a feel for how that all works.
Absolutely, yeah. But it looks like a cool idea that could turn out really well. Ashen. You probably don't know about this at all. It's a third-person RPG from a New Zealand studio.
No, I saw this. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does
really
look
interesting.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. I think the art style looks fantastic. Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on there. Dreams from Media Molecule.
Oh, this game made me sad and happy and cry and laugh at
What
once.
is the game? So you're making your own paintings that are alive?
I think it might be a content creator kind of game.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it definitely is.
Like a really sophisticated Gary's mod. But with like, it looks like you can create really interesting and unique kind of movies.
Yes.
You know, with different moments that happen at certain times and things, and using all the modern effects of gaming today.
I'm sure it's absolutely amazing. I'm just wondering who the audience for this game is.
Yeah.
Little Big Planet was successful because it also had a game. You didn't have to do the content creation stuff. So I want this to be great. I'm sure it will be really interesting, but it could flop hugely because I just don't know who's buying that.
Yeah, like we don't even know what the game is really looking at that massive trailer. So that's the first
so that's a bit of
like,
a worry. Yeah, I always get worried when I don't know what a game is when you announce what the game is. That's concerning. The Hitman. The Hitmans.
This is my trailer of the show.
Trailer of the show. It's like a Nicholas Winding Refn film. It was an amazing trailer.
So interesting. And what I love about the Hitman series, especially the last one, Hitman Absolution, was the comedy in it. This trailer had no comedy in it.
No.
But the game just has this beautiful sense of humor.
Unless you think people dying is funny.
No. But beautiful. It had this beautiful way that they kind of implemented all the writing and the comedy and the characters. Everyone felt like a proper character in it. And you got that sense from the trailer. There's a story with everyone we saw there.
Absolutely.
And I want to know that story. It's not just about, here's your target, go do it.
Exactly.
No, there's stuff going on here.
Yeah, and there was a sense of scale to it. Lots of different stories.
That music, that
and sophisticated storytelling in that trailer.
Provocative trailer.
Yeah, very exciting. So Recore, just a trailer, but I'm very excited about this. It's from Inafune, so it's got like Metroid and Mega Man sort of DNA in it.
Yeah, it looks it too, I think.
And it's got the dog that sacrifices itself for the owner. It's a kick right in the feels for me right at the front.
Looks a bit like Knack, doesn't it?
Don't say that.
A much better
Don't
Knack.
say that. Knack was terrible. I'm very excited to see more about this game. There's a bunch of Nintendo things that got announced, sorry. Fire Emblem Fates. Yeah, very exciting. Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Fire Emblem.
Love Fire Emblem. Mario Tennis. It doesn't invoke the same response. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I love the Mario RPGs.
Yeah.
They've crammed Papercraft in there.
Yeah.
That's exciting to me. I really love those
I love the
games.
paper style because it was so... We'd never seen Mario in that kind of way before.
Yeah,
it
totally,
actually felt, it's a unique Nintendo Mario
You've
thing.
changed something. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so many games.
So many games. I can't even talk properly.
We've
So
missed
many.
some games. There were so many
Yeah.
games. Moving on to tech stuff. Xbox now backwards compatible?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Everyone's really pumped about it. Personally, I don't really want to go back and play my 360 games.
So this is one of the things that I think for people like you and I, like we own all the new things and we never look back. We never look back, always forward.
We're very lucky. We've got all
We are
these,
very lucky.
all these games.
But it is a great move as a company for bringing people over who still have those consoles, bringing them over.
Yeah.
And there was a jab at Sony there about the fact that we're not going to make you pay for games you already own. Sony's doing that with the PlayStation Now thing.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal for some people. Then we've got, speaking of things that Microsoft did, the HoloLens demo.
what I like about HoloLens is what you said the other day, was that you can look at it and you can understand it.
You get it. They've got that camera that shows you what the person is seeing.
Yeah.
VR never demos well.
See
you
those
never
two little things. Like,
and you just go, it just looks like a screen. This, when he took it off the wall and put Minecraft on the table and it grew up, it was instantly going, oh my god, I can totally see how this works.
You just see the dollar signs falling out the side.
And you could see people who don't play games getting this.
Yeah.
To most people who don't play games, this is what they think games are.
Yeah.
We're behind where most people's brains are. So this was an amazing demo for them saying, now the HoloLens, and everyone's like, oh, boring, we don't care, to then blowing people away with that.
Yeah.
People who didn't do as well with their VR. Sony with the Morpheus, 2 minutes in their press conference, a game where you're sort of doing the battle bots, sort of Hugh Jackman in that movie that no one watched. The Morpheus, I'm really worried about that.
Maybe they're having trouble getting people to develop for it when the Oculus is so advanced and so
Microsoft
interesting.
partnered with Oculus, so they've sort of got that going. They've taken all those. Yeah, I'm just worried about Morpheus. And speaking of tech, you would have thought the PC press conference would have been where it's all at, but sucked.
Yeah, awful. What a waste of time. They had this video of them building a computer and then a stupid Mountain Dew champagne glass
So
joke.
lame, yeah.
They had some trailers, but there were a couple of CGI trailers.
Yeah, we got Planet Coaster and Total War Warhammer.
Yeah, great, but
cool.
CGI trailers.
Yeah.
Show me some PC stuff, Show me some exciting PC
Show
stuff.
me the games that you've announced all week, why they're better on PC.
Absolutely. Imagine Battlefront seeing that on PC with the bigger maps and everything. I just don't know why they did it. I reckon it's political stuff.
I'm sure.
I reckon with all those console games, taking the show, maybe
But
they
at
can't
least
show
give
it,
me
I
like
don't
an
know.
exclusive PC game as well that caters to that community.
Yeah.
RTS, MOBA, MMO, something to get that community excited. It was just disappointing.
Absolutely. It made me cry.
Okay, now, wrapping up, final questions about the E3s. Were there any major disappointments for you?
Besides that Last Guardian trailer?
It's mainly the Last Guardian trailer.
No Man's Sky.
Me too!
Because I don't have it. That's my disappointment. I want it now.
My disappointment, slightly off tangent, I still don't know what it is.
It's about exploring.
Yeah, but that can't be the whole thing.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
I'm going to places. I'm zapping things. I'm taking photos.
I'm gonna get so bored of that so quickly.
I fly to another place. I think it'll be a bit like Spore in that way. Really ambitious,
Spore, that game we're still playing.
But like that big ambitious kind of propagating world.
Yeah.
But like with all the multiplayer stuff in there.
Yeah.
It is very ambitious.
Yeah.
But I'm only disappointed.
You're
like
disappointed
I say,
you
because
don't
I don't
have
have it yet. Just give it to me.
Yeah, I feel like the demo that they showed was the same as all the other trailers they showed. They just went, yeah, it actually works. It actually works. You can see how it's happening.
Aren't you excited about landing on the planet and then taking off the
That's all
planet?
great, but I'm gonna do that for like a night. I need a game in there. But yeah, disappointments. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, just the Last Guardian demo. Ridiculous. Overall, how is this year compared to previous ones and ones you've been to?
Just more games, I think.
It was insane.
There's just so many games, and I think now that developers have had the new consoles for a couple of years, right? They're starting to learn all the tricks.
They're settling
We've
in.
never seen games look and move as fluidly and interestingly as these.
Yeah.
Even shooters, which it's another shooter, but holy crap, that looks amazing. Even the Call of Duty game, which just looks very Call of Duty. Just the way you're moving around that world and zooming, and it's all happening so quickly.
There's a confidence to all these games that you can tell the developers have settled in and figured out how all this stuff works.
For me, it's all about big worlds. That was kind of my big prediction with these new consoles. All the worlds we're playing in are just going to get bigger, and move smoother. We're going to be in bigger environments, more open world kind of settings, and they throw all those gameplay mechanics in. I think we're starting to see that a little bit.
Okay, the big one, game of the show. If you had to pick one game that you could be playing right now on that TV, what would it be?
Besides Fallout?
Besides Fallout.
Because that's the game. I mean, that's the talk of the show, and we all were waiting for it, and we want it, and I want it, and I know it's going to destroy me, so I'm just going to put that aside. And besides Battlefront, which I've been also really pumped about for so long, and just frothing and feeling tears of nostalgia and joy. Besides those two, I think I'm going to go with Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Really?
Just because that world looks so beautiful, and the tactical stuff in it was kind of good. It just looks interesting. I want to jump in that world now and see what that's about.
Terrific. Well, obviously Fallout is amazing, and Battlefront I actually do care about, even though it's just like a shooter. For me, I think it would be Horizon. And we didn't see that much of it. We just saw a bit of interaction there, but it seems like they're building a world that I'm really interested in learning more about. I love the design of that, and I want to see what they're doing. It's the game that I think we don't know particularly much about, but it's the one that makes me go, oh, what is that? Like, give me more of that.
It's got its hooks in you.
I'm intrigued. All right, we're gonna leave today's episode of Pocket here because I'm still processing all this information.
Yeah,
but
me
thank
too.
you so much for coming in and
Thanks for
actually
asking me.
just
It's a pleasure.
being able to just scream at each other
Yeah.
about games for 20 minutes.
Let's go scream at each other outside now.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. NichBoy out.
Bajo out.
That Hitman trailer.